Hello folks, Batman 1861 here. I am currently working on a clock, halfway. This is an old German grandfather clock, time and strike only, not anything really fancy. I want to show you this dial. I like these big old fancy brass and enamel dials. It's probably from the about 1915, I'd say 1910, 1915 is when this clock was made. Have no idea who made it. There's no good identifier anywhere on the clock or the movement, although it is definitely German just because of the design of it. Customer gave me this, asked me to get it running. They want to give it to a friend of theirs as a present. And it's funny, this particular customer, and you know, I'm the kind of person who doesn't put a lot of stock in someone being famous. Like I've met some, on occasion, I've met some people who are considered to be fairly famous, and I just look them at, I just look upon them as people, you know, because that's all they are. They maybe have made a success of themselves, and that's great, but they are just, in the end of the day, people. And I just treat them as such. Before I get too far down there, I'm smoking spiced rum, Sutliff spiced rum, in my little WDC Brighton Jr. from the 20s. Little horrific stem there. This was their cheap pipe. This was 35 cents in the 1920s. So I think that's pretty neat. Anyway, the lady who owns this clock is actually quite famous. She had her own TV show out on the East Coast for quite a while. Well, she and her husband and their little son just recently moved to southern Indiana because they wanted to get out of show business a little bit, or at least they wanted to get away from the crazy California culture, you know, show business culture. So she's still in show business. She just wanted to have a home base that was kind of disconnected from that, and I cannot blame her one bit. So they moved out here, bought a really nice house down there. So a friend of mine who I fixed a lot of clocks for over the years put me in touch with her, or put her in touch with me maybe. She had 3 clocks to fix. I already worked on one of them. It's back at their house. I'm working on this one now. And then there's one more after I bring this one back. I'm going to get one more of them. But what I appreciate about this lady, nicest lady you ever want to meet, and she is a very down-to-earth person. And she has her own fairly flamboyant style, you know, but that's fine. Everybody's style's different. Mine's certainly different. But she is a real genuine person. And I really appreciate that about her. I'm not going to mention her name, but it just does my heart good to see somebody who has not been ruined by fame and fortune, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them, they may start out to be decent people, but then over the years they lose the knack, I guess you would say. So I appreciate seeing folks like that who are still just decent, down-to-earth human beings. That's valuable to me, at least in my mind. You know, so far, I always take these clocks completely apart, at least when I can, and I like to inspect them real good for abnormal wear, etc. This one looks to be in pretty good shape. It just needs cleaned. Parts are pretty dirty. it doesn't look bad. So that is encouraging. Look at this real quick. This is the fly governor to slow down the striking so it doesn't go bang, 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 bang real quick. This one, it's a, oh, I can't even remember what it's called, but as the thing speeds up, it spreads apart like that and further slows it down. It's spring-loaded. That's a neat little feature, and especially the nicer German clocks. A lot of them had that. There's a little bit of rust here and there on this particular one, but I know you folks don't really care about that. But another important thing I always look for is I look at the escape wheel, make sure all the teeth are straight and sharp and unbent. Because I have worked on many clocks where one bent escape wheel tooth has been the entire problem, and it has taken me an unreasonable amount of time to figure out what it is. So I've learned over the years to look there first. And pallets, you want to make sure the pallet unit, which is what acts upon the escape wheel teeth and pushes the pendulum back and forth. Make sure the pallets are unscored, there's not notches worn into them. There's a little bit of a notch worn into this one, but it's not even really a notch, it's just a place where it's been burnished by running over the years. I think it's okay. So, that's another thing I look for. Let me see, and of course the movement plates. Now, pick up this one. The movement plates that the gears, all the wheels and pivots all run in. I want to make sure that all of these pivot holes or bearings, pivot hole is the technical term, I want to make sure that they are all round, because over the years, as the clock runs, the holes wear oval because all the pressure's on one side or the other of the hole, and when that happens, the friction is increased considerably and the clock will stop eventually. I have seen some of these clocks run with really bad pivot holes and still run pretty well. The nice thing about these German clocks, they had thicker brass plates than the American clocks, so it took a lot longer for them to wear out until they needed new bushings put in them. I think this one actually looks pretty good. I looked at that a little bit ago and it looks decent. So this one should be pretty simple and straightforward. Just clean it, oil it, put it all back together, let it run for a while, make sure it works properly. I have some work to do on the weights. So there's some parts missing from the weights, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Anyway, this one I thought I'd show you real quick what I was doing and my basic procedure, you know. And everybody who fixes anything has their own way of going about it. Doesn't matter what field you're in, locksmithing, clock repair, plumbing, electrical, everybody has their own way of going about it. As long as the end result is good, that's all that really matters. And as long as there's no bubble gum or duct tape involved, you know. But anyway, I better get back to it, folks. I just wanted to show you all that real quick, and I'll probably make a quick video of it after I get it all finished up to show it to you all put together. Don't have the case here, just the movement, but anyway, I'll let you all go. This is Pipe Man 1861 saying goodbye, good luck, may the good Lord take a liking to you. I'll see you all again real soon, and as always, happy smoking. Thank you, folks. Bye now.